Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. That's a new opening line in my channel. I ever used that. Just want to try today. Time check. It's 2:40 a.m. here. Just finished doing a video. I am expecting perhaps a new fragrance maybe after Eid vacation, which is going to be a Turati new release. I have finished doing the Hawas review, the new Hawas Tropical. Hopefully, enjoyed it. So at this current moment, everything is on pause because of the holidays, like it's on halt, right? There's no new fragrances arriving. All the shopping malls are closed. All the shops are closed. Everybody's enjoying holiday, right? Holiday in Bangladesh looks usually very happy, happening, noisy, people partying and stuff. For this year, both the Eid, we have two Eids. 2 months ago we had one. This month we had another one. So basically this time it's very depressing because of a lot of issues, but mostly the financial issues. Most of the people are going through a little bit of, they're feeling the heat. I mentioned it before, Bangladesh itself is not a very rich country, but due to corruption, high corruption of our people and last government, whatever, we are seeing some tough times. Even fragrance game, it affected. I did make some videos explaining to you what's happening. So people are not really buying that much perfume or anything, as a matter of fact. So people are going through on the, they are on, is it called self-preservation? They are trying to save up and not spend so much, trying to survive, ride it out, wait until the new election, next election, or full government formation or something like it. Okay, so that's one thing. So, I would say it's a mixed feeling, emotion. I actually like peaceful and quiet, but usually I do not go out during the daytime of the first day of second Eid. If you ask the Muslims, you will know, because it's kind of messy on the roads, right? So in Bangladesh, it gets pretty, how to say, what's the word that I'm looking, graphic. Okay, so I don't like to go out because I don't like the smells and all that. But I went out somewhere, like evening time. It was weird, like. Uh, Anyway, so I just am doing this extra videos just to keep content and speak my mind. I'm sharing few things about my life, life things, and I think you can share some words. I love to hear your thoughts. Sometimes people inbox me, we chat, sometimes we talk over the phone, so it's a nice thing to share. So yeah, here we go. I have picked up a topic, and yesterday I did reach. First of all, I feel very proud and happy about myself that I am making some positive changes in life. You won't be able to tell right now, looking at me, because it doesn't show. But hopefully, if I can keep things up, I will be much healthier. I did break the record of my 23,000 something steps yesterday. Those who don't care, it's okay. But those who are non-athletes, but they're just started. I started somewhere in last December, end of December, and I continued until now. Walking every day, no matter what happens, how mentally I'm not okay, how physically I'm not okay, I just always push myself to do the steps, because the cardios keep you in a better health, better mood. Sometimes not always, but it helps you exercise your brain. That's the most important. You get to think and realize a lot of things about life. So I did touch 25,000 steps. That took me around 4.5 hours, I think, out of the 24 hours, morning and night combined. At one point, I felt like I cannot even do 15,000, but I did push 25,000 and felt great. At one point, I didn't even need to drink water. I just was okay, and I was very happy and proud of myself, right? So those, I'll just tell you, those who want to achieve, you are chasing success, a lot of these things, put your health in the top 3 priorities, okay? Because if your health is not good, and if you get very like unwell, and you just fall for many, not fall for you, if you are diagnosed with so many health complications, no matter how much money you're making, you'll never be happy. You'll always be tensed, you'll always have heart problem, this and that. So I do have a lot of problems, but I just notice it is making huge difference, in my mental health, in my physical health. And I'm waking up so much to reality. There was a time I was sleeping the whole day. It was depressing times. It was very, very, weird times for me. So I would wake up in the nighttime like, what day is this? So now it's not happening. I'm more in check with the reality, so it's good. So if you can find yourself like every day 1.5 hour, I always will say it, drink nice plenty of water, have a cup of coffee or something, go for morning walk. Best time early morning. I go at as early as 4 a.m. It's now 3, right? I will walk at 4 a.m. It's absolute dark, there's no noise, nothing, it's just peaceful, right? So that's one thing. So I thought of today's topic. I want to talk about happiness. And happiness is a thing that we think is a very simple concept, but it's not. It's very, very critical. Life is not itself very simple. We try to keep it as simple as possible. We try to keep control, on grip on our life, but usually sometimes we cannot control things. So I am actually believer in a practice of accepting what is the reality, what is happening. Let's say it's going to be a sunny day. Okay, I accept it. Someday I feel is going to be a tough day, is going to be a gloomy day, sad day, is going to be a tough day, a lot of, not so nice things going to happen. I stay prepared for it. I embrace it. So in that way, even though it's not easy sometimes, but it becomes easier, compared to if you always are like waiting for something best to happen, good things to happen. No, 30 days a month is not going to be all positive. Some days your business is going to be bad. Some day your boss is going to scream at you. Some people are going to treat you very badly. You're going to have fights on the street, and then you might have accidents or pick up injuries. So everything together, you have a lot of tension. I think on the worst thing in human beings, like people want to avoid is tension. Like people in their head always tensed about either the loan they took, like or how to say mortgage, or if you have children, you have to pay their bills, and you have to pay taxes, or you have due something payment or something. Or mostly it's our country is always monetary, because we have not a very rich country. Like all the people are super relaxed in their lawn, in their bungalow, like life is going to be okay because we have money. Sometimes when it comes down to money, that's when you have to work every day, because your primary goal is to make money, and you think that's going to solve everything, which initially it does. Okay, but in long run, as I was talking about happiness, not everybody is happy. People with huge amount of money are not happy. So I thought, let's just share. So first point I will start with after 7 minutes is fake hope. Some of us, these are all not made up. These are not just suddenly thought of someone. I go through stuff in life. I am 44 right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I do feel that I am wiser than when I was 30, 20, right? So living in fake hope is one of the most painful things you can ever have, because you in your head, whatever is the case, whatever is you think I'm talking about here, if you are living in the fake hope someday, I'm going to wake up all rich, or someday I'm going to own a Ferrari. Okay, and you see every day go by, 1 day, 2 days, and suddenly you realize 30 years of your life's just gone by, and you did not reach where you're supposed to reach, and you thought it was going to happen. So you had the dream and reality are not the same. Dream is sort of like a hope. If you actually like that dream, if you think that is what you fancy, you'd like to achieve. Let's say you want to be somewhere. As a YouTuber, I wanted to achieve my silver play button initially, and I want to have 100,000 subscribers so I can call myself like a established, or you know agreeable, accepted, reviewer in the community from Bangladesh, as a fragrance reviewer. Very particular channel, which I did achieve after a lot of hard work, and definitely by grace of God, and also help of my best friend once. So yeah, I achieved all that. So there were a lot of things I wanted to achieve. Other people are achieving very easily, which is not easy for me. But I used to live in this fake hope that one day, I'll just give you my example. I'm working so hard. I made so many videos. People know me. Nowadays I'm also getting like recognition. Companies are sending me bottles nowadays, and people are being so much kinder, and I'm getting job offers in Dubai. So it's like definitely there, and I believe God will give you what you deserve. And I really felt in Bangladesh itself I can do the same work, and I will get like offers, like suddenly that my life will be much easier, and I don't have to think of making money selling decants, run around a lot, do the delivery myself. I do this, I admit to you. I don't live in a very fancy state like people think. Oh, this guy keeps a driver, he eats steak every day. No, no such thing. But I had this illusion that someone's going to take me there. I'm going to have a very easy life. I'm going to have an excellent life partner who was with me, and didn't happen. None of this happened, and I woke up one day in terrible pain. Pain in a way that I realized so many things that are not right with me, and it is very difficult to accept it when you realize the mistakes that you made. And if you're a good person, honest person, no matter how many mistakes you made, how bad you were, one day you will feel, no, 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 today is the day I realize. When you realize, the next day you will try to change, okay, and adapt, or adjust. I realized one day that this fragrance work that I'm doing is there's no golden key to success. Okay, I'm not going to become a millionaire like Jeremy, drive a Ferrari, because I do not have the access to. I'm not super rich. I don't have a country where people recognize you and then come to the program. Join one of our host one of our programs will pay you huge money. I accepted it. It's not going to happen. So I keep working every day. I do 2, 3 videos every day and I try to make $10 more on YouTube or try to have some sales. Why? Because in a dream, but I have to do so much more because I'm lazy. I realize that I have so much laziness. I have fear. I am scared to travel alone. And I am scared of a lot of things. I am very insecure about a lot of things of me. And I just realized them. And when you have to deal with this alone, like you don't have any friends or family supporting you, whatever. So you are doing all on your own, it will take one at a time. So I'm trying to learn one thing at a time. But in your case, if you're living in false hope, that's, let's say, people are going to give you that job or the increment end of the year, don't always keep those hopes with you being so positive. Sometimes things can go wrong. You might get a decrease. You might in the salary, they may not give you that promotion, they give it someone else. Maybe you worked hard but you deserve it, but because unfair world, things happen. And then God knows what's better for you, right? Even if you believe it or not, you have to, right? There's your way and there's God's way. So you try like climbing 300 steps in a ladder and you fell, it didn't work. It doesn't mean next time you have to climb up 500 stairs, like steps. It's not your favorite way, but it's the right way, and it's tough. If you say no, I'm going to say no to that because the 300 didn't work, 500 it scares me, you'll never go anywhere in life. So keep that in mind. Do not live in false hope, false identity, anything false, that gives you temporary pleasure, temporary relief, or hope. Oh man, the day you faced with reality, you're slapped with the reality, man, you'll be having so much tough time. So accept it. Maybe even if you work so hard, that you cannot buy a Ferrari. Accept it. Maybe you can end up buying a Camry, and you should be happy with it, right? So keep your fantasies at one corner. Yeah, they're there. Let them be there. Open the shelf once in a while, drawer, and look at it. Oh, then pet, and then also like pet, and then fancy it. It's okay, but at the same time, work on the other side. Keep working, man. Whatever it is, you think you have to burn yourself, you have to take yourself to that level that you have to work hard every day, grind it every day. Keep working. Good things may happen. The rest of it belongs to him. If he realize that no, this person is working hard, if God says, the boss man says, maybe I'll give him something better. You never know, right? So but do not live in false hope. Okay, do not be lazy. And the next one is dishonesty. Very simple point, but it has a lot of implementation. Okay, and I am once again saying I learned this the hard way. I am always saying the good things. Supposedly people say I'm a good person, I'm a very, I just got a message yesterday from one of our brothers from New Zealand, Tom, and he said, bro, you are very important to our fragrance community, so please do not take sugar, take care of your health. And I told him, it means a lot. What he said, these are prayers from people I don't even know in real life, in person, but they care for me because they think something is good about me. Then I started realizing, when people think of you highly, you should also raise your level. Sometimes we don't show you, people never show their dishonest side, bad side, dark side. I have lots and lots of monsters in me. Okay, I am narcissistic. I know that, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this work. Everybody to certain extent is a narcissist. I do have anger management issues. I do have short fuse. I do have communication issue with people. When people criticize me, sometimes if it's hard criticism, I get mad. So I do have my lot of my negative sides. Okay, and I do admit it, with full disclosure rather. Sorry. So what I'm trying to say is dishonest. If you have been doing something wrong, there's a difference. All your life, let's say when I'm at 44 now, but if I realize one day this thing was toxic that I'm doing and people can see it, but I never changed all these days because I was flying high. I was living in this hope that whatever it is, I can be that arrogant person. Okay, I can be dishonest. I can say, not reveal something even though people say 1,000 times. I will never admit it, and I'll never admit that this was my fault. That's where it's a big problem. If you're dishonest and you know that you're dishonest and you're not willing to change, if you know you have been a liar, you have been a cheater, but you never want to stop one day, say, no, I feel I have done wrong to people. Maybe I should just, I know they also did something wrong. They are also not perfect. People are not perfect. But from my part, I will not try to end things in a way which is also more toxic, like not right. So you leave kind of like a friction with people. Let's say you have friends, community members, whatever. But if they were not doing anything wrong, but you did something unfair, okay, to get rid of that, I feel like, oh, so good about myself, right? It's not right. If I did something wrong, I am open to, if someone say you did this, okay, I'm open to accept it. I will apologize. I will say, yeah, it's my fault. Ego kills anything, anything faster than anything else. Like you might think uh, a business will go down, because of people's outside competition or enemies or market. No, sometimes if you're too egoistic, it will destroy everything faster than anything else outside. Okay, so this is one thing I'm learning, right? So if you're dishonest per se, let's say you always tell, when in the office people say, where is the report? You say, oh, it's done, it's being done, it's 80% done, but actually you haven't even started. Then they ask, like, where are you? It's already 7:30 in the morning, you're supposed to be at work. You say, hey, I'm at the doorstep, I'm in the lift, right? Tiny tiny lies, dishonesty. And when your friends count on you and you lie to them as well, that, hey bro, where are you? Maybe you are just supposed to meet and hang out with your friends, but you rather give time to your girlfriend or someone you met. But you tell your friends, your family, that, hey, I'm going to be busy somewhere, I have some work suddenly came up. And one day you'll realize, people who cared for you and they see that you've been dishonest, they will lose the respect for you. And it's very very important, because as a person, sometimes we think we are super intelligent. Nowadays everybody's so intelligent. I cannot believe how dumb I am. Sometimes I feel sad, like how people cheat, like say business deals. If I send a parcel and they never paid back, it happens so many times. I prepared a package, I send it because I know the person, but they didn't send me the money. Never, they just block me. And I still don't learn, because I really feel people will one day change, or I can expect good things from people, which you cannot, right? If you are open to stupidity, naive things, you'll suffer. So I'm saying, like, we have to learn, okay? And we have to realize one thing: elder you get, if you still are this person that you think you're smarter than everybody, you're going to take revenge on someone, and you're always manipulative. Let's say someone you know for 20 something years, and you still feel they did not deserve your honesty, your real self, and you just fake person. This is not good. Not to those people. You're going to hurt them. You're going to hurt your friends, whoever you are with, your colleague. They think you're such a good person. They know you. They like you. They think you like them. But in reality, different, right? In the long run, let's say people are not perfect once again, but you are also not good. And you took revenge and you wanted to just hurt them purposefully. You'll never be able to live with yourself. One day you will be so lonely, and you'll be so, how do I say, unhappy. You'll never find meaning of life. Maybe you already achieved, you manipulated everybody, and you went all the way to top, to your, your corporate world in your company, and you are the top salary garner, right? But you are lonely, you're alone. Even if you have friends, they don't really like you, and you will feel so empty and hollow, and you'll feel like, where do I go now from here? There's no way back. And you'll actually realize it too late, and you'll end your last days alone. Okay, so some people want to be unhappy, but I personally think we should seek happiness no matter what it is. But happiness will only come from honesty, no matter what. Even if you with your enemy, do not do what they do to you sometimes, corruption, manipulation. Let them do. Maybe they will never see that you actually were good. They would not care for it, but karma will get them. But you will feel you'll be okay. Okay, so that's the second point. Third point I want to talk about is was that lie to ourselves. Okay, it's something like fake hope, like the first point, but it's true. Sometimes we lie to ourselves, like when people ask, hey, are you okay? And I know many people are going through rough patches, but they still say, hey bro, it's okay, all good. And they never can show, men, women, whoever, they can never show their real emotions. In the society today, it shows it's a weakness, that when you can cry and you're vulnerable and you're just weak, like you're feeling down. Mostly guys, if you have, if you're not feeling good, it's a sign of weakness. Men always must be tough, alpha male, blah blah. No, man. I'll tell you, this is the exact problem that we have to keep, you know Like you've seen those uh, celebrities, right? Robin Williams, or Chester Bennington, all the great people, all the people who left, they were going through some of that, you know, battles in life, but outside they seem very normal. They're smiling, they're spending great times with their family, and they're just making jokes and they're just making everybody laugh. But in reality, they are not happy in their head, right? So if you feel, let's say, I am not okay, I think it's so wrong to absorb it all by yourself and never seek. You're too full of ego. Like, I cannot show people, I cannot tell people I'll be seen as a lesser man or human being. Don't do that, because our purpose in this world is be there for each other. Even if you believe it or not, even at this 2025, even the world is trash, if it's full of toxicity and full of distraction, still there are a lot of people with kindness. I have seen it firsthand. Okay. You have to see who are the people who are there for you. You can talk to, if even if it's selfish thing. Let's say you want to talk to someone, you want to feel better, feel lighter. Find a person. Maybe you are taking their time. Maybe you're not that close to them, but if they are a nice guy, sometimes it's like confession to your padre. Okay, so you just say and share, and you cry it out, and then you feel like you're feeling better. It's not just you carrying the whole weight. Maybe that person will just hear. That's all you need, right? So don't lie to yourself. Okay, if you're not okay, don't lie to yourself that you're okay. Just smoking, I said it before, going partying, try to meet other people, and you just try to, after relationships, you just go on a rebound relationships. You try to show everyone that I'm fine, I'm smiling, I'm in a better shape, I am dressing up nicely, I'm just all makeup, I'm just all handsome, going to gym, building muscles. But actually, end of the day, you are just giving yourself fake hope, and you're just giving yourself fake, like sugar, dopamine, like in your head it will happen in the brain that it's a fake happiness and burst of sugar sweetness. But after that period expires, 5 6 7 months, whatever it is, suddenly you'll be just sitting and not be okay, right? So it's better. Let's say you have fever, you cannot fake that, that fact, right? You cannot go out like, hey, what's up, I'm feeling great, let's play a football match. You already have fever, 102 degrees, right? So you are not going to be better unless you are better, right? So take that phase when you're not well, accept it, let it sink in that I'm not good. So let myself heal. Maybe it's the time to take a break from my regular, running around and all. And then, naturally I'll be okay. I've seen so many people, they move on too fast. They just not ever, brave enough to admit that they're not okay, right? I am learning, and there's a big thing in me, strength of mine. I fall apart sometimes, I'm emotional, but at one point I'm going to be okay, because I go through that phase. If I am having grief, I am mourning a loss of my favorite person, or someone who just left us, or maybe a heartbreak, whatever. I don't jump into next very fast, because I know there's just fake. People will know one day that, I'm just a fake person. So it's better to be fighting your battle alone, rather than having a fake, army with yourself, right? So that's the third one. That is very important for happiness. If you eventually go through that phase, and you will, one day you're going to be okay. How long it takes, we don't know, but it will be okay. So what? I wrote something I'm going to read. I'm sorry about that. What you, okay, never mind, let's keep that, because I cannot read what you, anyway, never mind. Okay, next point is, are you seeking happiness? This is very important. See, we do a lot of things, okay, in our life, because when we are born, we're dependent on our parents. Then we go to school and everything, we slowly start learning, and the colleges, we start going out in the world, and then we're preparing ourselves for university. If your degree is finished, naturally life is like that. We're thinking, oh, professional life, we're going to be independent, we start smoking and stuff, these things happen. So you actually have your independent life. From there, 20s to 30s is the time you are at peak. You are everything a person can be: glorious, good looking, good health, good stamina, good sportsman, everything, like you can be a charming guy, you can be, having that body, So youth is one time. Then after the 30s is finished, you start slowly realizing, when you enter 40s, that you are not looking very excited to go out after 7 p.m. It will be better if you can finish all the work, get in, take off your shoes and everything, change, and then just make yourself dinner, nice cup of cocoa or something, and you just watch your favorite TV show and like laugh, ha ha ha, and then just try to hit bed by 10, 12. But nowadays everybody is like not sleeping at night. But it happens, right? But whatever different stages in life, as long as you're alive, what do we seek? We seek sometimes like fame, sometimes we seek money, try to make money, try to have that dream career. But nobody ever says, I am seeking happiness. People are so busy, like rat racing. I see this. I am in like people are running in one direction, like the highways, people all in one direction, so many traffic, so much traffic, full of traffic. Other side, one guy is just going slowly, doesn't have like much, not very rich, doesn't have the most expensive car, but he's just like laying back, like lying back and just enjoy the weather, look up in the sky, a little bit of a philosopher. I enjoy every single thing about nature. Sometimes I look up in the sky. I don't see anybody looks up in sky in my city. I don't know. Everybody's vision is here. They're looking for what's next, what I'm going to do. There's always tension. How I'm going to make the money. How I'm going to get that cut. How I'm going to get the deal. And in that process, many people have so much. I've seen them driving Audis, Mercedes, and it's a good thing, constant progress, and you have to go up somewhere in life. But at one point, people have like 7, 8 cars and still not happy. They have Bentley, they have the car Phantom, right? And then they have Rolls Royce, all those cars, okay, Jaguar, but they're like, there's no end to it, right? And in fragrance game, I see many people, they have a great fragrance collection. They have excellent, expensive niche that our dream is like, they have nice shelf, nice wife, nice everything. Despite having everything, people, some of them are not happy. They're seeking something, they're lost. I talk to people, they say, I don't know, bro. Sometimes I don't know what I want. I'm just like working because it's a habit. So in the whole habit, have you ever considered yourself like, like I saw a video. There is this nice video that says, let's say, think of 3 persons very quickly that, in the time of emergency, or, if you're down, who are you going to call, right? Who are you going to contact, or, who are you going to think of first? So everybody said, my mother, my father, my best friend, my girlfriend, whatever. And in the end, the host says, but you did not mention yourself, something like that. Okay. And I think that's a very big issue. Many people aren't happy because they do everything for others, but they don't leave any room for themselves. They are doing everything, but the most important thing, giving yourself time, looking at yourself in the mirror. How are you aging? Are you eating well, sleeping well? And are you getting too old too fast? People don't care for this thing. They burn. Some of the other people who are dishonest, they are busy in cheating others, lying to others. They're doing manipulation. A lot of this busyness. People spend years in relationships, but they're not honest with each other. They're having a family, children, but they, from outside, they look like a perfect family, but when you look inside, it's all hollow. Everybody's everywhere else, and even the children's are all mess, right? So where is the happiness? Are you chasing happiness? Are you chasing, what are you chasing? Is it money? Is it that, I want to go somewhere nice, travel to a nice country, Dubai? Like I have seen in my family also, some of my family members, they are lost. They don't know what they want. Of course, I also don't know exactly what I want, but I know one thing for sure. I want to be okay. I want to know who I am, what I'm doing. I want to have closure. I want to have at least a decent, honest life. Okay. I want to be popular. I want to keep doing content. I want to work with this line more and more, learn more, So I know I have very simple goals. What is out of my reach, I don't think, right? But some people, they have literally everything and they do not stop. Their house is a mess. They don't have anything. They bought so much things, like some ladies I know, they have handbags, all the expense. They have everything. They still keep buying, like this is that, the buying spree or addiction, like shopaholic thing. They keep buying expensive stuff. I know some guys, they have Rolex, everything, but they don't make them happy. So thing is, I am different little bit, I in the middle, I appreciate when I work well and I can get something that I really want to watch or something, even a G-Shock makes me happy. I look at that watch and I say, it's giving me the happiness. I waited all this day. I saved up to buy that watch. I'm going to enjoy that. And I enjoy every single day when I wear it, right? So I make the best out of it, right? So you, no matter where you are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your family? Are you happy with the way you see yourself, right? If you're not seeking happiness, man, like let's say, what makes you happy? Sometimes makes me happy to help poor people. It's true. Sometimes it when I give them, I feel so much better. And actually, it's a good thing when you do selfless acts. It will make you feel so much better. If I just sit by the river just doing nothing, makes me happy, relaxes me, right? So seek happiness, like don't seek just money or going up, like racing and fooling others, and do wrong things to others. Worst thing, you will never be happy, right? Okay, the last one is yeah the what I cannot read my writing sometimes. Last point, okay. Last point is uh purpose, work hard, and face yourself. These three things, okay. Purpose, as I just mentioned, what is your purpose? My purpose is happiness. No matter what happens, I don't want to be super extra happy or go crazy, like I can think of, oh, it's going to be happy days all time. No, my purpose, whatever I do, I should be satisfied. If not today, 2 days from now, I'll be okay. Okay, that is my purpose. But also to get things done. If you're in a corporate job or somewhere, people look up to you and you already have good reputation, your only option is to improve, excel from there. You don't want to be like here and then next year they're going to be putting you down here. That's it. Even if it's not end of your career, but it actually is. Okay, you work so hard, you worked hard for 10 years, 8 years, 5, 15 years, and then one sudden day, because of some stupid mistake at office, let's say you had an affair with your one of your coworkers, or you just did something, you just cheated on your boss or something, I don't know, like you did something evil to get something done which was not possible in honest way, but you did it, but you got caught. Let's say you stole some money from your bank, not bank, like let's say company, they gave you, but you removed that fund, but you get caught. Suddenly everybody knows you are that person, you have done something wrong. If you didn't get caught, doesn't mean that you're going to be okay. Let's say you did something wrong, but you got caught and your face is in the paper all day. Everybody knows, oh my god, this person, I thought such a the sweetest person, I thought you were the best employee, everybody loves you, all your students love you. But you live with yourself because you didn't get caught, and you think, oh, I am so great. You live with the ego, right? I am the best. Even after doing so much evil, so much manipulation, so much smart moves, nobody could catch me. And I am seen as the most perfect person, good looking, and kindest and smart. Everybody says, give me A. End of the day, reality is you'll get caught. If not in this world, by God, maybe afterlife, or who's going to catch you? Yourself. You will not be able to look at yourself, because sometimes realization hits us. One day we just think like, what are you doing? Look at the mirror and like look at ourselves, like we cannot look at ourselves, like, am I a good person? People count on me, people think of me so highly, but I am such this low life that I deceive everybody. People think this guy or this person, the lady, such a good-hearted person. Let's say you guys are looking at me, right? And obviously I'm not going to tell you like you can count on me 100%. No, not such possibility. But I learned from my mistakes. I learned from, let's say I hurt someone in the past, or I did become rude. I'll not, if I realize it, I will not do this again in the future. Okay, this is called improvement. This is human life progress. But if you kind of face yourself, when I say face yourself, and you do not work hard, sometimes you just I know a lot of these toxic people, and I don't know how people do it, but it's reality. Let's say you have a office. Okay, I'll finish with this story, I guess. Okay, you have an office and you have some colleagues, you hang out together and you always go together, and you have been working for many years together, and they became sort of like family members. Every holiday, Eid, you spend times family together. If you go take a holiday, you go with your children, so you became more closer than family itself, right? But you speak behind their back, you say horrible things to other people about your colleague or whoever likes you, trust you. And it's not just one person, many people do this. I know this firsthand because I was with people like this. People hang out at one group. Okay, here I see they're very happy, good friends. Next day they're hanging somewhere else, and then the third day they're hanging out with me and say, that group, this guy is such a loser. And the other side they say, I cannot stand this girl. She's such a cheater. She's such a fat girl. She is so fake. So there's this unhappiness, but those people don't know that this is what you do. Imagine they get to know about you one day, and they face you. Did you say that about me? And you'll be like, no, where do you hear that? And you become all defensive because you're a manipulative person. But if they catch you with proof, you'll be so embarrassed, right? So these are little things why you are not okay. You understand what I'm coming through? And I am accepting this, that world is very toxic. People say, but world is not toxic. It's people who are toxic. Okay. I saw yesterday one news. It's just how low you become. In the cattle shop, people for the Eid, people buy cows and stuff or goats. So one guy bought a cow and paid with fake notes to the seller because he's from village, he couldn't tell, and he gave them the note and took that cow and just disappeared, that cattle. So that guy just standing there middle, he had only one cattle, I guess, and then all his 5 or 3 years of work, all the money he spent, everything has gone. Everything is gone. And we do this to people. How are you going to be okay if we are doing this evil thing to our fellow human beings for out of need, out of habit, whatever? We never are honest with our people. Let's say you want to move away from someone, okay, and you don't like that person that you're with. We are not honest enough to tell them that, I think I'm just done with you here and I'm going to move on, and this the reason, this reason it didn't work out. So you stay well, I wish you all the best, but I don't think we can be friends anymore, or we don't be partners anymore. What people do instead, they suddenly notice something about you they don't like, and they just 1 day 2 day, like let's say in relationships, people slowly move out. They don't have a closure because they are not decent human beings, they are not brave enough, they don't respect themselves. So what they do is they look for an alternative, and they maybe already are seeing these people or friends with them, and one fine day they just like, used to message, and they would message you back the same day, right, usually. But suddenly you see like 2 weeks no message, like, oh sorry, I got so caught up with work. You really believe someone you were which with who you have such a great relationship, and they message you, call you every day, every moment, are you okay, did you eat? And you also message them, did you have lunch, whatever. Suddenly that person doesn't have time to text you back, just say yes, that means they're somewhere else. And some people who are like unsuspecting, they don't see this happening, they just roll with it, like okay, everything's gonna be okay, maybe, everything's good. Suddenly one fine day they disappear, and when you ask them, they're like, what's wrong with you? And I disappear. And if they caught them like with someone, hey, it's your fault, because of you, I didn't have this, right? That's why I had to leave, I had to move on. You did not end your whatever your commitment somewhere was, and that person was living in hope, right? But it happens. People, always remember, okay, one thing, the betrayal never comes from enemies. I thought of this very, very deep, and it's really shocking, it's very difficult to absorb and digest, okay. That people who are bad, people you hate, you don't like, these are the people cannot betray you because they are not part of you, they are not with you, they are not your best friend, they are not your close that you count on. You just put your hand on the shoulder and you can say, hey man, he got my back or she got my back. And these people suddenly just go around and then it's like disappear, and then show you one fine day that what a piece of, useless piece of whatever you were, and this is what's wrong with you. Suddenly the years of all, your memories, all the good times, I had so many friends, so many friends. I liked them a lot. I liked them a lot. We spent such good times, but those people did horrible things. And I slowly become, this is how people slowly become different. They become like a robot, they become inhuman. And you wonder why people are so heartless nowadays. They don't want to commit to people, they just rather leave alone without the company. This is why. This is the problem, that the damage these people do, they don't realize that they are not just doing this for fun. They are damaging a lot of people out there, and there are a lot of people who trusted, and believed in you because of your evil acts and because of your mean, behavior. People are just dumbfounded, they still don't have answers, right? And this thing comes back to you, and we don't, I personally don't hold any grudges against anybody, I don't wish, because I have a very bad experience. Whenever I felt pain, I felt insulted by someone, I felt hurt by someone, I put a curse on them, I say, God, please, please, because I'm human, I say, please punish them so bad that I feel satisfaction. This thing is so powerful. When you're really hurt and you just put a curse, it comes true. It came true to one of my family members. I was not very happy, and I hate her. I hate her so much that she's arrogant. She is one of my family members, and I really felt like, all her pride, everything. She just talks so big. I just hope someday she gets the lesson, and she got the lesson. Recently, she got divorced. and she's trying to move on so fast, everything. She's not very wise, and she's lost, trying to chase a lot of things that she thinks will be perfect, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be okay. I know that, but I somehow feel guilty. I feel I prayed for her fall, I prayed for her pain, so I nowadays don't do that, because when you pray for bad things, you cannot be a good person, right? So I am not a good person. I know that, but I want to. I am learning. I accept it. I see what's wrong with me. And I would thank all the people who hurt me. I would thank all the people who gave me bitter experience, who left me in my difficult times when I was not well. I was broke. You know, I needed them when they left me, and then they moved on and had a great life. I was mad at them once, but nowadays I thank every single person to show me like that side, because if I didn't see that side, I would not appreciate what's honest and good, what's the beauty of people who can be good. I don't give up hope, right? So you guys, please, don't treat everybody, when you get a bad treatment, don't treat everyone else like what is your experience and you just give it back to them, okay? Because those people may not be as bad that you think they are. Give people chance. If you don't want to give chance, give yourself chance, heal yourself, learn from your mistakes. You cannot control what's happening in the outside world, but you can definitely control what you can within yourself, right? So that's the talk I want to give you. Sorry, I felt kind of emotional. Nowadays I'm a bit emotional, I guess. It's a good thing. I was becoming sort of like a cold stone robot one day, and I sometimes was very, there are a lot of things I see wrong with me, but I'm working on them, right? So if you feel want to do bad things to people, don't, do good things to yourself. Automatically, maybe in time everything is going to get better. Okay, take care, guys. Have a very good night and good evening, whatever. And learn, learn in the out there. Go out there, learn, observe. You'll see a lot of things maybe you have not seen before. Okay, that's the whole purpose of life. Take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.